Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto Buzz UK channel. I'd like to wish you the best from what is a bright and sunny Sunday morning here in the UK. As usual, I'm just building up the macro picture, the macro framework, the basis on which to put more shorter term price action into context. Obviously, a big move happened in the last 12 hours, going from $36,000 down to currently $34,500. It's a significant move that it goes in line with what we've previously said on this channel. But either way, let's get into it. Before I do, if you do find this content interesting or valuable, please be so kind as to like this video, subscribe to my channel. Of course, from me, it'll be hugely appreciated. So to go straight into it now, you can see if we just zoom in briefly on the shorter term price action, we can see that we're currently finding support at the 150 daily moving average. You can see that we're currently trading at $34,500. We're looking good here. If I was to put in a brief parallel channel in this zone, you can see that we are finding support in the center line here, and we've chopped around a bit. We're currently finding support here, also finding support on this 150 daily moving average. We can expect some consolidation here, probably a small bounce. Probably I'd be surprised if we exceed $37,500. By the way, I do expect more downside to come over the next few days and weeks. So back to what I originally planned to cover, which was some interesting patterns, really interesting patterns in my view, in relation to the more macro picture, so you know exactly where we fit in. I'll zoom out to the weekly. This is the index chart, so it goes as far back as we can. I just thought I'd share with you some interesting patterns, really, in relation to the macro flags resulting in uptrends out of that. These macro flags can last, gosh, you know, from 9 months to 12 months, even longer. And crucially, I'll show you a distinction between the current structure that we're in and in turn where that potentially could lead us in the next few months. So let's jump on into it. Okay. All right, so here, this is back to 2011. You can see that there was clearly a structure here, a strong move up, consolidation period, bear market, whatever you want to call it, back in 2011. And out of that, we moved up. And then we've got a smaller channel here, which is worth sharing for completeness. And we have a larger consolidation here going into late 2015, and then, as we all remember, 2017 to 18 bear market. We can probably have a channel here, and then obviously we had one in 2019, which pretty much led to the bottom, and currently we've got what is a slightly different one. But you can see there, we've got a channel there. So if we were to go back in time, it's literally took me 30 seconds just to do that. So I'll just show you what we saw. So we had a big move up, and then we consolidated in this channel. Then we had a big move up, then we consolidated in this channel. Then we had a big move up, consolidated in this channel. It took almost over a year. I think this period itself was about 14, 15 months. Out of that long consolidation, we had a big move up, as you can see, all the way to the 19 to 20,000 top in 2000 and back end of 17. Then obviously that was 12 months of a downtrend. We had a nice strong move up into the 14,000 territory in June 2019. Consolidation period, which ended, with a Corona dump. Then obviously from that, out of that, we had a strong move up. And then what we're doing now, interestingly, is consolidating in this channel. It's a rising channel, which is very different from all the others. These were downward channels, downward channels, downward channels, downward channels, and currently we're in an upward channel. Zoom it right in for you. So that tells me, based on the past, if it's any indication, I think we've got to move down. Okay, I'm not saying we're going to go to the 16,000 level, but it wouldn't surprise me if we do. It's quite an interesting projection into where potentially we go next. In order to flip this round, and I think it will flip round, I think it might be a scenario here where actually we ride the upper parallel channel, then eventually test the bottom of it. Here you can see that we were bouncing below and above, and then back below to form our bottom. here, as you can see, it was 50-50 all the way. You can see that we rode the top, found the support at the bottom of the channel, got above the median channel, and you can see we pretty much progressed through the months up and down, and similarly here generally found support at the top of the channel, and here it was 50-50 again. So in my mind, in order to bring today's price action into context, this is what I would expect over the next few months. Could be completely wrong, obviously, but I'd be surprised if I am, because eventually the general position is that the trajectory of Bitcoin is up over the next few years. In order to do that, we should really form a flag pattern. This is an upward flag pattern, which in essence is bearish, but clearly the long-term macro thesis is that it is bullish, in which case let's just flip it around. Let's create a channel here. Okay, and you can see really briefly, really crudely, you can see that, I mean, I can perfect this a bit better and narrow it to the candle closes. You can see here that potentially is what we're doing. We found support at the bottom of the channel, tested the top of the channel, as you can see, found some interim support in the median line, and then obviously currently where price action is in line with 150 daily moving average, we've just found support on it. Hence why I said at the beginning of the video, we'll probably see some consolidation here. I think realistically, if I was to map out a path over the next few weeks and months, I suspect that we consolidate here, we test the 28,000 level, see a bounce, and then eventually go down to this level here. It's approximately 16,000. Whether we get there or not is a different matter, but I suspect there will be further downside heading into towards the end of the year. As you can see, this is around the May time, and I think from that we eventually build a bottom accumulation zone and then start trending up going into 2023-24. That's loosely speaking what I'm seeing so far. I hope that makes sense, everybody. Once again, if you kindly like and subscribe to this channel, it would be hugely appreciated. And obviously I do cover macro. It is what I do. It's what I've done in the past, professional past. You know, as we build our base and our theses on the macro, we'll slowly move into the short-term price action, so we know how to trade and where to go next. But thank you, everybody. Have a great day wherever you are, and I'll be on and see you guys on the next video.